Okay. Yes. So am I audible? First thing? Okay. Good. So welcome to Unacademy. In this session, we'll be discussing about connectives, and we shall understand about connectives. Is that clear? Welcome, Shauri. Welcome, Arya. So, well, and at the outset, let me just also keep you informed that I do handle the sessions on Unacademy's YouTube channel, which is Let's Crack Management Exams English. Okay, so welcome to Unacademy. It's your one-stop solution to crack CAT with India's largest learning platform. Now, that said, I'll start, but before that, let me just very quickly introduce myself. I'm Arjun R. Prasad. I'm an engineer with 12 plus years of teaching experience, having trained more than 6,000 CAT aspirants in the fields of quantitative aptitude, data interpretation, data sufficiency, and logical reasoning, as well as have helped people to crack the personal interview. I've trained more than 4,000 students to crack the campus recruitment exams. Okay, so I'll give you the assurance that if you follow me, then I will ensure that I'll get the best out of you in terms of quantitative aptitude, data interpretation, data sufficiency, and logical reasoning. Basically, the 2/3 of your paper. Okay, and what I need is you need to just follow me. If you like the session, you can go, you can click on like, share, and subscribe the channel. And please do subscribe. It's my humble request. Please do subscribe. And when you subscribe, do not forget to use the code APUS, because when you use this code APUS, you get a 10% discount. And at the same time, when you subscribe, you get to learn from the likes of the Arun Sharma. Okay. So basically, the subscription fee starts at rupees 788 rupees per month, wherein you get all the features, you get access to everything for just rupees 788 rupees per month if you use the code APUS. Okay. And if you go in for a 24-month subscription, just for 24 months at the rate of 788 rupees per month. And it's my humble request that I request you to subscribe for your own good. Is that clear? Now, that said, let us get started with connectives. You just give me about probably about 5 minutes of your time, one entire topic of connectives. I will assure you that we will be completing entire topic of connectives, understanding of connectives in 5 minutes. All I need is 5 minutes of your time. Basically, if we understand this particular slide, we are almost done with connectives. After this, we'll look at a lot of questions. We'll look at a lot of questions, and then again we'll come back time and again to the same slide. Okay. First thing, we need to understand that there are 5 standard forms of connectives. Okay. They are if P then Q, whenever P then Q, either P or Q, unless P then Q, only if P then Q. Is that clear? Now, if I make a statement, if P then Q, what does it mean? Yeah, welcome Tanya. If I make a statement, if P then Q, what does it actually imply? It implies if the event P occurs, then the event Q occurs. The order is important. Whenever event P occurs, it implies that the event Q occurs. That is an implication. Is there any other implication? Yes. The other implication is not Q implies not P. Like, for example, if I give you an example, if my father gives me money, I come and watch a movie with you. This is a statement that I have given. If my father gives me money, I come and watch a movie with you. What can be implied from here? If my father has given me money, then definitely I have watched a movie. Just because I have watched a movie, does it mean necessarily that my father has given me money? Not necessary. I could have borrowed from you. I could have stolen the money, right? So there are many possibilities. So if P then Q only means if the event P occurs, then the event Q occurs. On the other hand, if the event Q did not occur, that is, if I have not watched a movie, then it definitely means that my father has not given me the money. So not Q implies not P. P implies Q, not Q implies not P. Is this clear to everyone? Understanding it, guys? Okay. whenever P then Q is exactly same as if P then Q. Whenever P then Q is exactly same as if P then Q, just for grammatical reasons that we have two separate forms. Okay. Next, let us go on to either P or Q. If I say either P or Q, it means what? If I know that the statement is true and I know that the event P did not occur, not P, implies that the event Q definitely occurred. On the other hand, if I know that the event Q did not occur, it implies that the event P definitely occurred. Is that clear? Now, unless P then Q is very similar to either P or Q as far as implications are concerned. So, you see that these two and these two are exactly the same. And the other form of connective is only if P then Q. Now let me go back to my previous statement. If I just change it to only if my father gives me money, I watch a movie, it means what? I cannot borrow money, I cannot steal the money, and I cannot watch. Only I will be able to watch the movie only if my father gives me money. This means Q implies P. I have watched the movie implies my father has given me the money. On the other hand, if my father does not give me the money, I will not watch the movie. Is this clear? Is the column of implication clear, connective and the implication? See, in order to get the negation, it is very simple. Take any one of the implication. Take the subject part as it is and it with the negation of the predicate part. If P then Q, the negation is what? P and not Q. Here the order is not important. For negation, order is not important. Just the two events are important. P and not Q. Whenever P then Q, P and not Q. Either P or Q, neither P nor Q. Not P and not Q. Unless P then Q, not P and not Q. Only if P then Q, Q and not P. Is that clear? In addition to this, if we go by the Boolean algebra, we understand that negation of P and Q is same as negation P or negation Q. Negation of P or Q is same as negation P and negation Q. Is this clear to everyone? Oh, what does negation mean? Negation means it's opposite. Basically opposite to the given statement. You negate it. Means negation in binary logic, negation of 1 means 0. Negation of 0 means 1. Is that clear? Understood? Okay. Shall we move on to the questions, guys? Okay. Good. Welcome, Gaurav. I'll just give you, I'll just keep this slide for maybe 1 second or maybe 10 seconds, sorry. And then we'll move on. Gaurav, just look at this slide very quickly. So there are 5 standard forms of connectives. If P then Q, whenever P then Q, either P or Q, unless P then Q, only if P then Q. The implications are for if P then Q, P implies Q, not Q implies not P. Same for whenever P then Q. Either P or Q is, if event P did not occur, event Q occurs. Then if event Q did not occur, then event P occurs. Either P or Q, unless P then Q. Both of them are one and the same as far as implications are concerned. Only if P then Q is exact opposite of if P then Q. That is, this is same as if Q then P. Only if P then Q is same as if Q then P. That is, if event Q occurs, then it implies that event P occurs. And the other implication is negation of P implies negation of Q. And one more point to all of you is that if you remember just one implication, the other implication can be obtained. Take the predicate, negate it, make it the subject, take the subject, negate it, make it the predicate. Just cross it. Use the negation on both the sides and you will get the other one. So like for example, the same thing. Not P implies Q. Take this Q, make it as not Q. Take this not P. Not of not P will be P. So not Q implies P. And over here also same way. Not P implies not Q. Therefore, and for negation, you take order is not important for negation. For negation, you take the subject event and it with the negation of the predicate event. Is that clear? Shall I move on to the questions? All of you in sync? Okay, good guys. Very nice. So type 1 questions. Let us get started with the type 1 questions. Here, the direction is as follows. Each question consists of a main statement followed by 4 statements. From the statements, select as your answer the statement which logically follows the main statement. Basically, we have to get as an answer the statement which logically follows the main statement. Is that clear? Now, using this direction set, let us get started with the questions. Here comes the first question. Okay, the main statement is given. The 4 statements are given. You have to figure out which out of these 4 statements logically follows the main statement. Understanding it? So, let me first start the poll and then I will help you and I shall explain. Is that clear? I'll give you probably about 45 seconds time, because this is the very first question. I'll give you 45 seconds time. Welcome, Chandana. Okay. So now let me help you guys. The order is important, guys, especially when I say logically follows, it means implication. And we have seen in this slide, we have already seen that for implication, the order is extremely important. Is that clear? All that is needed to get an expertise in connectives, to get an understanding in connectives, is just understanding of this one slide. Okay. Now look at the question that we were looking at. It is of the nature, if P then Q. If P, then Q. P is they win this match. Q is they win the series. Okay. What are the implications of if P then Q? P implies Q. Please understand, the order is important. P implies Q. What is the other implication we saw? Not Q implies not P. These are the only 2 implications. They won the series implies they won the match. No. This is of the nature Q implies P. Q implies P is wrong. That is not an implication. Is that clear? That is why this is not my answer. They did not win this match means what? Not P. Do I have not P anywhere over here on the subject side? No. Therefore, this also is not P. They won this match, that is Q. Do I have Q on the subject side? No. Therefore, this is also not. They did not win the series, that is not Q. Implies they did not win this match, not P. Not Q implies not P. Therefore, answer is answer option D. Is that clear? Have I made it simpler to all of you? Did everyone get that, guys? Any doubt there? Anyone finding any difficulty? Shall I proceed to the next one? Okay, somebody gives me a confused icon. Who is that? Who is that who has given me the confused icon? Just one moment. Chandana. Okay. Chandana, you just joined a little bit late, but never mind. I'll help you out. Others, please bear with me. There are interesting questions coming your way. Chandana, just for you and also for Shivalika, let me just help you both over here. All that is needed to understand connectives is a good understanding of this entire slide. This one slide, you become thorough. You are done with connectives. So there are 5 standard forms of connectives. If P then Q, whenever P then Q, either P or Q, unless P then Q, only if P then Q. Whenever I make a statement if P then Q, what can be implied from that statement? If the event P occurs, then the event Q occurs. But not the other way around. On the other way around, if the event Q did not occur, it means that the event P did not occur. Is that clear? It's like I gave the example. If my father gives me money, I go and watch a movie with you. So, if my father has given me money, I have watched the movie. If I have watched the movie, not necessary that my father has given me money. I could have borrowed the money, right? Therefore, on the other hand, if I have not watched the movie, then my father has not given me the money. Understood this? Clear, Chandana, now? Now, same very similar. Whenever P, then Q also has the same set of implication. Either P or Q, one of them definitely has to be correct. So not P implies Q, not Q implies P. This is logical reasoning, Devi. Okay, unless P then Q, very similar to either P or Q. Only if P then Q, Q implies P, not P implies not Q. Only if P then Q is exact opposite of if P then Q. Got it? Okay. Now that you got this, the first question we already saw. Let us go to the second question. I'm starting with the easier set of details, then we'll see how it actually goes, so that we get a thorough understanding. Okay, let me start the poll now. Let us see how many of us get that right. Clear? From the experience, I'm just giving you 1 minute time now. Okay, I'm giving you guys 1 minute. Fine. And in the meanwhile, let me also tell you guys, when you attend any of the session, like for example, when you attend for 50 minutes, you get an opportunity to dedicate a hat. When you attend for 100 minutes, you get an opportunity to dedicate a different colored hat. So if you think that I deserve one, you can dedicate that to me. Okay. Very good. Well done, Arya. Less than 3 seconds. Very nice. Gaurav, well done. Shauri, well done. Okay. Let me help you guys. For others, let me just help you. So don't worry. Don't worry. I'll help you guys. Just one moment, and then I'll help you. Okay. Fine. See, this statement is of the form whenever P, then Q. Whenever P, then Q. What are the implications of whenever P, then Q? P implies Q, not Q implies not P. These are the two implications. Do I have P implies Q? That is, India won the match. I felt elated. Do I have it in that nature anywhere? India won the match, hence I felt elated. No, I don't have. Then the other way around. That is, I did not feel elated. India did not win the match. I did not feel elated means India did not win the match. Therefore, that is nothing but answer option C. I did not feel elated means India did not win the match. That's it. As simple as that. Is that clear to everyone? Everyone able to understand that, guys? So it is only that one slide. Become thorough with it. You are done. Got this? Enjoying the session? Shall I proceed to the next one? If there's any doubt, feel free. Okay? Here comes the next one, guys. Here comes the next one. Welcome, Rutvik. Is it a different Divi or the same Divi? You just left and came back. Yeah. My mistake. My mistake. My mistake. A and D are same. Yes, it was my mistake. Good catch. It was my mistake. Yeah. That's it. A should have been. It is not eating. Extremely sorry about it. That is true. That is true. Okay, fine. Agreed. Completely agreed. Okay. So over here. So either P or Q. Either P or Q. What are the implications of either P or Q? Not P implies Q. Not Q implies P. So basically, it is nothing but answer option D, because the answer option A should have been, it is not ET. Okay, that was my mistake, mera galti tha. So I take that up. So pardon me for that one. Yes, you are right. 83% are right. Now comes the next one. Wow, 25%, 25%, 25%, and 25%. This is a sight to watch. Wow. No, 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 no. The order is important. Divi, please understand, order is extremely important. Cause and effect, you cannot reverse the order. Okay, let me try to help you out. So, as I said, it is only just that one slide, whatever I showed you in the beginning, right? Just understanding of that slide is good enough. Now, if I have to explain, this is of the nature only if P then Q. What is P? Threat from COVID reduces. This is P. What is Q? Economy improves. This is Q. Okay. Only if P then Q. Only if P then Q. What are the implications? We have two implications. What are they? Q implies P, and the other implication is not P implies not Q. Do I have Q implies P? Economy improved means that threat reduced. Economy improved. No, I don't have that. Do I have this? Not P implies not Q. That is not P. Economy did not improve. Economy did not improve. Okay. Oh, no, no. Do I have Q implies P? Economy improved? Yes, I have Q implies P. Forget it. I have this Q implies P. What is Q implies P? That is nothing but answer option B. Q implies P is answer option B. Therefore, that is my correct answer. These are the only two implications for only if P then Q. Is that clear to everyone? Understanding it? Anybody wants me to explain anything? If you are not getting it, please let me know. I will explain it once more. Is that clear to everyone, guys? Okay. Shall I proceed to the next question? Need to repeat. Okay. Okay. Don't worry. I'll repeat that. So just for the benefit others, please do bear with me. You know. Hello, sir. Okay. Let me use my eraser and very quickly let me explain it to all of you. Sargam, this may be beneficial to you as well. So please do stay put. Let me help you out. Okay. Now I'm repeating it from the beginning, so that's why I stated that. Okay. Okay. Now look at it. The entire topic of connectives depends on just this one slide. Okay. Whenever I have a statement if P then Q, whenever the connective is if P then Q, the implications are two of them. That is, if the event P occurs, then it implies that the event Q occurs. On the other hand, if the event Q does not occur, then it implies that the event P does not occur. Is that clear to everyone? For if P then Q is the implication. Okay. Whenever P then Q, it is exactly same as if P then Q, just that it is for grammatical reasons it's given in a different way. Either P or Q. Please understand, order is important everywhere. Either P or Q. Not P means Q. Not Q means P. Unless P then Q is same as either P or Q. Only if P then Q is same as if Q then P. This one is same as if Q then P. So that is why Q implies P, not P implies not Q. Is that clear? Understood? On the other hand, if you just understand one implication, you can get the other implication by just taking the predicate, negating it, making it the subject, take the subject, negate it, make it the predicate. Sargam, I see confused icon. What is confusing? So let me give another example. Something else. Let me say. If my mother gives me money, I buy ice cream. So now, if my mother gives me money, I go and buy the ice cream. Just because I bought ice cream does not necessarily mean my mother has given me money. I could have borrowed money from my friend and bought the ice cream, right? So that is why I say the order is important. P implies Q, not necessarily that Q implies P for if P then Q. Is that clear? So just understanding of this one slide is good enough for us to be able to go ahead with the questions. Is this clear to all of you guys? Shall I proceed to the questions? Okay, thank you. So we were in question number 4. We just got the question number 4. No. No ice cream means no money from mother. Yes, absolutely. Yes. That is correct. Okay. Come to question number 5. Let me start the poll now. Welcome Ananya, welcome Aishwarya. And I will repeat that slide time and again, maybe 3 or 4 times. I will be repeating that slide. So don't worry. Because the entire topic of connectors is just that one slide. Okay, fine. Guys, look at this. Unless trade takes place across countries, world economy cannot grow. Here, P is trade takes place. Q is world economy cannot grow. Q itself is world economy cannot grow. Okay. What are the implications of unless P then Q? Unless P then Q implications are not P implies Q, not Q implies P. Okay. Now check. Do I have not P implies Q anywhere? Not P. That is, trade did not take place. Trade did not take place. No, I don't have that. How about the other one? Not Q implies P, not Q. That is, not Q means what? World economy has grown. So basically, now my concentration area is only on these two. World economy has grown implies P. What is P? Trade has taken place. Means trade has taken place. Therefore, the correct answer is answer option D. Is that clear to all of you? Understanding that, guys? Is everyone clear with that? Okay. Nice. Good. Yes, I will help you, sorry. So, unless P then Q, the implications are not P implies Q and not Q implies P. Is this part clear to you? If this part is clear, then you just have to look for the statement which is either of this nature or this nature. I don't have a statement of this nature. I only have a statement of this nature. Just check for a statement of this nature. The moment you find that, that is your answer. As simple as that. Clear? Welcome, Aniket. Okay. Here comes the next question. Here comes the next question. Let me start the poll. Let's see how many of us get that right. Of course, the way you're asking me this at I mean, after this much, yes, tilde is for not. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Welcome, Rahul. Arya, well done. Really good going. Really good going. Gaurav, nice. Extremely good. Shauri, good. Divi, nice. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. Okay. Let me see if I get the leaderboard at least now. Maybe no. There's no choice. Okay, fine. Now, if you look at this is of the nature if P then Q, because some of you had got it wrong, so I'm just explaining for the benefit of all of you. If P then Q, the implications are P implies Q, not Q implies not P. We just have to check for a statement of this nature. So P implies Q. Federer won, hence his rank improved. Do I have that? No. Not Q implies not P. Federer's rank did not improve implies he did not win. Absolutely. Therefore, the correct answer is answer option C. Is that clear? Here comes the next one, guys. Here comes the next one. Well done, Gaurav. Well done. Gaurav, good going. Divi, nice. Aishwarya, good, good, good. Just a few seconds more. Okay, nice. So now, just for the sake of completeness, understand this. This is of the nature unless P then Q. P is mango cart is full, Q is no balance. Okay? Unless P then Q, what are the implications? Not P implies Q, not Q implies P. These are the two implications. Do I have not P implies Q? Not P. Mango cart is not full. Implies Q. Not P implies Q. Do I have that? Mango cart is not full means there will be no balance. That is answer option C. Not Q implies P. not Q. That is, there is balance, means mango cart is full. That is also correct. Therefore, my correct answer is answer option D, both B and C. Therefore, both of them, B and C, are correct. Is that clear to everyone, guys? Okay. So, my traditional pitch, I'll just take 1 minute and then we'll proceed. But it is really going to benefit all of you guys. And it's my humble request. Please do subscribe. Please do use the code APUS. And when you get a hat, if you think that I deserve it, you can dedicate that to me. And please do subscribe for your own benefit and for your own good. Can I be rest assured that I get at least some subscriptions from all of you by using the code APUS? Yes or no? Guys. And the subscription fee is just about 788 rupees per month for 24 month subscription. You get to learn from B. Arun Sharma. So this is really, really beneficial. Return on investment very high. I did not see a thumbs up at all. Can I be rest assured that I get a subscription? No. Sir, no. I'll benefit from all the teachings just like that. Okay, fine. Let me just repeat it once again. Let me just take up the slide once again for the benefit of all of you. So there are 5 standard forms of connectives. If P then Q, whenever P then Q, either P or Q, unless P then Q, only if P then Q. If P then Q, implications are P implies Q, not Q implies not P. Whenever P then Q, P implies Q, not Q implies not P. Either P or Q, not P implies Q, not Q implies P. Unless P then Q, not P implies Q, not Q implies P. Only if P then Q. Q implies P, if not Q, not P implies not Q. Q implies P, not P implies not Q. In order to get the negation, it is very simple. Take the subject part as it is and it with the negation of the predicate part. And for negation, order does not matter. For implication, order really matters. For negation, order does not matter. So for if P then Q and whenever P then Q, the negation is P and not Q. Either P or Q, unless P then Q, not P and not Q. Only if P then Q, Q and not P. Negation of AND is OR with every operand being negated. Negation of OR is AND with each of the operands being negated. That's it. If you understand this, you are done with connectives. Is this clear? Shall I proceed to the next type? Okay, good. Here comes type 2 directions. In each question, there is a main statement followed by 4 statements A, B, C and D. From the choices, choose as your answer the ordered pair in which the first statement implies the second statement and the two are logically consistent with the main statement. Clear with the directions? Any doubt in the direction, guys? Oh, not clear with the direction? Divi, you want me to explain the direction? So basically, you will have a main statement. You will have a main statement. You will have 4 numbered statement A, B, C, D, and you will have 4 answer options like A, B, C, and D will be your answer options. Where A may be AB, B may be CD, C may be BC. So basically, you have to go with these 2 statements. The first statement is being A and the second statement being B, and then you have to consider it as A implies B and whether that is consistent with the given main statement. If that is consistent, then this is going to be your answer. Is that clear now? Okay? Fine. Good. Here comes the first question of this nature. Let me start the poll now. You have a minute time. Welcome, Nirmal. Divi, well done. Arya, well done. Gaurav, well done. Nice. Aishwarya, good, good, good. Okay. I think there was some amount of a contest between answer option C and answer option D. Any which ways. Now just understand this. This is of the nature what? If P, then Q. Nirmal, don't worry if you do not get it. Then I will explain it once we cross about 5-6 questions. After that, I'll explain it once again, and for the benefit of the new joinees who have joined the session, I'll be explaining. I'll be going over from the beginning once again. So I will extend the session. So don't worry. Okay. Do stay put, please. Okay. This is of the nature if P then Q. What are the implications? P implies Q. Not Q implies not P. That is, P implies Q means you attended the party. I introduced you to the chairman. That is basically AC. Do I have AC? Please understand, CA I cannot mark. AC, order is important. It has to be an ordered pair. So do I have AC? No, I don't. Therefore, I have to check the other implication. Not Q implies not P. Not is not Q. I did not introduce you to the chairman. That is D. Followed by not P. You did not attend the party. P. So basically, DB has to be my answer, which is nothing but answer option D. As simple as that. Is that clear to everyone? Nice. Good, 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 good going. Okay, Nirmal says repeat. Guys, please do bear with me. I know, let's not leave any person in the dark. I want to take the entire class with me. Nirmal, let me explain it quickly. Very quickly, I'll explain. Please pay attention. There are 5 standard forms of connectives. If P then Q, whenever P then Q, either P or Q, unless P then Q, only if P then Q. Implication for if P then Q, there are 2 implications. One, if the event P occurs, then the event Q occurs. On the other hand, if the event Q did not occur, it means that the event P did not occur. These are the 2 implications. Whenever P then Q is same as if P then Q as far as implications are concerned. Either P or Q means that one of them is correct. That is, not P implies Q, not Q implies P. Unless P then Q, again same as either P or Q. Not P implies Q, not Q implies P. Only if P then Q. Q implies P, not P implies not Q. Is that clear? Nirmal, clear? Yes or no? Nirmal? Okay. Nipun, once again, because we are in the slide, I'm just going to explain it very quickly. If P then Q, there are 5 standard forms of connectives. These are the 5. If P then Q, whenever P then Q, either P or Q, unless P then Q, only if P then Q. The implication for each of them, there are 2 implications. If P then Q, P implies Q. That is, if P occurs, then Q occurs. Order is important here. Not Q implies not P. That is, if Q did not occur, then P did not occur. Okay. Whenever P then Q, again P implies Q, not Q implies not P. Either P or Q. Not P implies Q, not Q implies P. Unless P then Q, not P implies Q, not Q implies P. Only if P then Q. Q implies P, not P implies not Q. Now, this said, for this question, it was of the nature if P then Q, therefore, this has to be the answer. Is that clear? Done? Shall I proceed to the second question and start the poll? All of you with me? Guys, all of you with me? Okay, nice, nice, nice. Okay, good. Let me start the poll now, guys. Let me start the poll now. Yeah, that is the cooperation that is needed between all of you. Nice. United we stand. Good. Thank you. So here it comes. Let me start the poll now. Welcome Bhavya. Welcome Piyush. from in between it becomes really little bit difficult. Okay. Oh no. Yeah, I take that back. Bhavya, I take that back. You hit the road running. Very nice. Very nice. Piyush, if it is getting difficult, just bear with me and then I shall help you out. Very well done, Bhavya. Divi, good. Arya, nice. Wow. What a close contest for the leaderboard. Both of you, Arya, Gaurav, it's a close contest in all of you. It's just a matter of timing. And Divi, you're close by. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Next, let me explain this. Either Ram or Kishan will bless you. This is of the nature either P or Q. Because P is the event of Ram blesses you, Q is the event Kishan blesses you. So the implications are not P implies Q. That is, Ram did not bless, Kishan did bless. That is basically CB. Do I have CB? No. How about the other one? The other one is not Q implies P. What is not Q? Kishan did not bless. That is D followed by Ram blessed. That is A. Do I have DA? Yes. That is nothing but answer option B. Therefore, the correct answer is answer option B. Is that clear? Welcome, Binay. The next question comes here, guys. Think it over. Good going, Aishwarya, Gaurav, Shauri. Nice. Arya, where are you? Okay. Anyways, now I understand the confusion that some of you may have. This is of the nature unless P, then Q. Please understand, P is the event you maintain composure. Q is the event you will not be out of depression. You will not be out of depression itself is Q. Okay? Now, what are the implications of unless P then Q? Not P implies Q. This is one of them, and not Q implies P is the other. Not P implies Q, that is, you did not maintain composure, that is nothing but A, followed by Q. You will not be out of depression, AB. Do I have AB? Yes, I have AB. Therefore, the correct answer is answer option A. Done with that. Is that clear? Understanding it, guys? Binay, UV, understanding? Okay, UV just joined. Okay, fine. All right. Shall I start the poll for this question, guys? Guys who just now joined, in case you want me to repeat anything, just hold on to it because a couple of questions down the line, I will again repeat the same slide. That will be a benefit for all of us. Okay, just do stay put. Let's be considerate to everyone because there are people who have been from the beginning. I don't want to penalize them time and again. Okay. Yeah, here comes the next question, and I have started the poll. Since you are in the flow, go ahead. Others who are who have just joined, do stay put, because once I complete a set of questions, I will again focus more on the basics once again. So you will not go empty handed. So don't worry about that. And if it takes me to be able to explain it all the way from the beginning, I would not mind doing that as well. So please do stay put. Okay? Be careful, guys. Be careful when you are giving the answer. Now I see. Some people started. Good, good, good. Okay. Please understand the standard form of the statement is only if P then Q. See, I may have paraphrased it. That's a different story. But what is the standard form? What is P? What is Q? Here, only if P then Q. That is, P is citizen support. Q is India will be clean. Is that clear? Understanding it? Therefore, for only if P then Q, what are the implications? Q implies P. That is basically India is clean because it's citizen supported. That is CB. Do I have CB? Yes, I have CB. Therefore, that is my answer. As simple as that. Is that clear to everyone? Everyone able to understand that? What is that? How about A? What is A? What is A? A is what? AD. What is AD? India is not clean. What is India is not clean? India is not clean is nothing but not Q. Not Q implies not P is wrong. Nirmal, please understand this. This is not an implication. This is an implication for if P then Q. If you want this type of an implication, then it has to be not P implies not Q. Please understand. These are the only two valid implications for only if P then Q. Is that clear? Okay. The other way around, I mean, not belittling anyone. The other way around, you just use little bit of a common sense. Even then, you can get the answer. Because not Q implies not P will not be the case. Because only if the citizens support India will be clean. Just because India is not clean, I cannot say that its citizens did not support. No, that's wrong. Is that clear? Okay. Yeah. Here comes the next one, guys. Welcome, Samyak. Good going, both of you, Gaurav and Arya. Good going. Nirmal, well done, well done. Now we have got into the groove. Good, good. It's a very tough competition between Arya and Gaurav. Divi, you can also pitch in. So that's good. Good. It's a very tough competition that's going on. Nice, nice to see that. And those of you who just now joined, don't worry. I'll repeat the basic concept on the slide once again. Okay. So whenever he is informed, Sharma creates his tray. So this is of the nature whenever P then Q. What is P? he is informed. What is Q? Sharma creates history. Whenever P, then Q. What are the implications? P implies Q, not Q implies not P. What if P implies Q? Sharma is informed. He created history. Do I have DC? Yes, I have DC. I have to check for the other one. What is the other one? Not Q implies not P. That is, Sharma did not create history. He is not informed. BA. Do I have BA? Yes. Therefore, the correct answer is answer option D, which is DC and BA. Both of them are valid. Is that clear? Is everyone able to understand that, guys? Okay, nice. Again, just couple of seconds. My subscription pitch, as always. If you like the session, please do click on like, share, and subscribe this Unacademy's YouTube channel. Let's Crack Management Exams English. And please do subscribe. Do use the code APUS when you subscribe, guys. Please. For your own good, you get 10% discount. Do subscribe. Please take up the subscription. On the other hand, when you watch any of the live classes for certain number of minutes, you will have a chance to dedicate the hats. And if you think that I deserve some hats, then you can dedicate the hat to me. Okay? The dedication of hat does not require any subscription, by the way. Okay, fine. Is that clear? यूज क्या है, किसका यूज, द कोड और सब्सक्रिप्शन? Devi, are you asking the use? Oh, APUS. Okay. Basically, it is your way of sending across a positive feedback to me. And if you like to see me on the Unacademy platform, if you like me to continue on Unacademy platform, it is imperative that you use the code APUS, because then what happens, people understand that people are subscribing because of the need of one particular faculty member. Is that clear? On the other hand, you do stand a benefit by getting a 10% discount. You can use any code to get 10% discount. There are various codes, but I would strongly recommend that you use my code if you are subscribing because of me. Okay, that's all. Is that clear? Oh, Unacademy subscribe. AP is Arjun Prasad. Unacademy subscribe. U is Unacademy. S is subscribe. Okay. Arjun Prasad Unacademy subscribe. Okay. And let me also tell you that irrespective whether you subscribe or not, you will always be able to get in touch with me on my Telegram, https:/t.me/@Arjun R Prasad. ARJUN, Arjun R Prasad. Any doubt, any question, anything at any point of time you have, you can reach out to me directly on my Telegram. Okay, for that you don't have to take up the subscription. I'll do that as a social. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, good. Again, just to repeat it for the sake of people who have just now joined, very quickly. If P then Q, whenever P then Q, either P or Q, unless P then Q, only if P then Q. 5 standard forms of connectives. The implication of if P then Q is P implies Q, not Q implies not P. Whenever P then Q, P implies Q, not Q implies not P. Either P or Q, not P implies Q, not Q implies P. Unless P then Q, not P implies Q, not Q implies P. Only if P then Q, Q implies P, not P implies not Q. I know that I'm going a bit fast. For negation, order is not important. For implication, order is extremely important. For negation, just take the subject and it with the negation of predicate. On the other way around, if P then Q, negation is P and not Q. Whenever P then Q, again P and not Q. Either P or Q, not P and not Q. That is neither P nor Q. Unless P then Q, again not P and not Q. Only if P then Q, Q and not P. Negation of an AND is an OR with the operands being negated. Negation of an OR is an AND with the operands being negated. Is that clear? Shall I proceed? The next type of questions, type 3 questions. Here the direction is as follows. In each question, there is a main statement followed by 4 statements. Select as your answer the statement which is negation of the main statement. Select as your answer the statement which is negation of the main statement. You need to select negation for the main statement. Is that clear? I see somebody joined, Saurabh. Yeah. Here comes the first question, guys. You need to select the statement which is a negation of the given statement. Okay. Let me start the poll now. Think before you give it. I am asking for negation, guys. I am asking for negation, not an implication. Not the statement which has the same meaning. No, I am asking for negation. Opposite, opposite. A statement which invalidates the given statement. That is what I am asking for. Guys, so looks like I have to explain it once again. I'll do that because the poll results are not interesting enough. Okay, let me explain it, guys. Let me go back to the previous slide and let me explain it. Now look at this slide. Whenever you have the connective if P then Q, again I repeat it. All that is needed for the sake of connective, for the topic of connectives, is just understanding of just this one slide. You become thorough with this, you are done with connectives. Okay, everything related to connectives is, I have just summarized it, and to the extent possible, and just given it in one slide. Okay, whenever you have a statement as if P then Q, what is its negation? P occurred, but Q did not occur. These are the only two conditions that have to be satisfied. P must be there and Q must not happen. P occurred, but Q did not occur. That is the negation. Understood? Whenever P then Q, again P occurred, but Q did not occur. Either P or Q, neither P occurred nor Q occurred. Unless P then Q, again neither P occurred nor Q occurred. Only if P then Q. Q occurred, but P did not occur. Only if P then Q. Q occurred, but P did not occur. Yeah. Typically, definitely, Divi. Especially if you are looking at, Snap IIFT, ZAT also. It occurs. So therefore, even in CAT, don't think, because CAT is full of surprises. You never know. In fact, after a period of 10 years, after a gap of 10 years, they brought back FJI questions, basically fact, judgment, and inference questions. After a gap of 10 years, we were all thinking that, okay, chalega, no, they will not ask. But suddenly it just occurred. It just appeared in CAT 2007. All of a sudden, after a gap of 10 years. So we cannot tell anything about it. So it's always better to be prepared. Is that clear? Now, understood this one? Let me take this now onto this question. The question has the statement of if P, then Q. What is the negation? P and not Q. Two conditions. P must be there, not Q must be there. That is, Sachin does not hit a 6. That must be there. So I have narrowed down to these two. The other one, India won the match. That is nothing but this one. Therefore, the correct answer is answer option D. As simple as that. Understood the approach? Yeah, of course. That's why FIJ is in the current syllabus. Yes. And too much of importance is given for FIJ. Okay. Is that clear? Shall I move on to the next question, guys? See, during the course, it's not only for Divi, for everyone. If you have any doubt at any point of time, you can use the comment box to ask the questions. I'll be more than happy to help you out. Okay? बकायती करना मेरा शौक. ठीक है. Anyways, so let's proceed. So let me start the poll for this one. Just give me one moment. Okay, let me start the poll. Here it comes. It's all up to you now. Welcome, Ritesh. Why? Why? Even after explaining, why is it that you guys are making mistakes, guys? Okay. Looks like I need to explain it once again, maybe. Okay, I see. Okay. Again, because most of the people gave a wrong answer, I am going back to this. Please understand, only if P then Q. What is the negation? Q and not P. Only if P then Q. The negation is what? Q and not P. Now come back to this. This is P. This is Q. What is the negation? Q and not P. That is, excuse me, so that is two events, Q and not P. Both of them must happen. What is Q? Turnover is good. So basically I have this and this now. Not P. Profit margin is not less. Therefore B. Therefore the correct answer, answer option B. That's all. Answer option B is the correct answer. Is that clear to all of you? Understood? Anybody wants me to show you that slide for just maybe another minute and give you a minute time to digest it? Okay. I'm showing the slide. Digest it, guys. Digest the slide. Then I'll move on to the next question. Question number 3 of negation. I'll give you 1 minute and then I'll move on to the question. Don't worry. Okay. Yeah, how about others? Anybody wants me to give you a little bit more time, or shall I move on? Okay. Fine. So here comes the next one, guys. Are you guys enjoying the session? Understanding it? Good, good. Thank you. Good, good, good going, Arya. Good. Divi, nice. Shauri, good, good, good. People who are just joining in, like DRK, and people who have missed out on the beginning part of the session. So don't worry, I will go back to the initial part after completing the set of questions. but unfortunately you will not have the slide in the exam, Divi. Unfortunately. Yeah, but as you said, that's why I repeated. So just knowing that slide is is enough for solving every question on this. Okay. So over here, the question is of the nature, unless the laws of nature are followed, we will see more disasters. So unless P, then Q. What are the implications? Not P implies Q. We want negation. What is the negation? Negation is not P and not Q. The negation is not P and not Q. Both the conditions must be satisfied. Not P and not Q. Okay. What is not P? The laws of nature are not followed. That is basically, now I have narrowed down to these two. What is not Q? No disasters. That is this one. Therefore, what is the answer? Answer option C. That's it. As simple as that. Is that clear? Is that clear to everyone? Understood that, guys? Okay. Nice. Okay. Others who just joined in case, please do stay put. I will help you out. Okay. My subscription page, the as usual, the normal one, because I see people who are joining in. So let me do my part. If you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe, guys, and please do use the code APUS. The subscription comes at a very reasonable price at just 788 rupees per month for 24 month subscription, right? And you get to learn from the likes of D. Arun Sharma. So what more, right? So please do subscribe. Okay, and you can click on like, share and subscribe. You can follow me on Unacademy, and another way that you can send across a positive feedback to me is by dedicating the hats. And also over here, when you use this code APUS, you get a 10% discount. Is that clear? Okay, Saushi, welcome. Okay, the entire topic of connectives, I repeat it once again, guys, is dependent on just this one slide. Understand this, you are done with connectives. Okay? Understand this and you are done with connectives. So for the interest of people who just now joined, there are 5 standard forms of connectives. They are if P then Q, whenever P then Q, either P or Q, unless P then Q, only if P then Q. The implications of if P then Q are P implies Q, not Q implies not P. The order is important for the implication. Whenever P then Q, again the same thing. P implies Q, not Q implies not P. Either P or Q. The implication not P implies Q, not Q implies P. Unless P then Q, not P implies Q, not Q implies P. Only if P then Q. Q implies P, not P implies not Q. The negation, the order is not important, just the two conditions, P and not Q. For if P then Q. P and not Q for whenever P then Q. Neither P nor Q for either P or Q. Neither P nor Q for unless P then Q. Q and not P for only if P then Q. Negation of and is or, the operands getting negated, not P, not Q. Negation of or is and not P and not Q. Is that clear? Shall I proceed to the next? Okay, good, guys. See, type 4. Again, it is very similar to type 1. But when you look at the question, you will see what exactly is the difference. Okay, it's exactly similar. So, you have to find which one logically follows. That's all. Okay. Here comes the question, guys. Well done, Shauri, Divi, Arya. Good. Good, Aishwarya. Good. Nice. Waiting for the leaderboard. Okay, good. Okay. So Arya, Gaurav, you need to come up. Saushil, Suyash Sharma. So don't worry, I'll get back to the beginning and I'll explain the first set of questions. Those of you who have missed out on the first set of questions, you can still stay put. Divi, you missed out on the first set, the first type of direction questions. So you can stay put. Neeraj, welcome. Just hold on, guys. Just to hold on for a few minutes until I complete this one and another question. Then I'll again go back and explain all the way from the beginning once again for the benefit of those of you who have joined, who have on, for those of you who have missed out on the first part. Okay. Now coming back to this, if P then Q, if P then Q. Over here, please understand this is a combination of connectives in the same statement. If P, then Q. Q itself is of the nature Q1 or Q2. Q itself is of the nature Q1 or Q2. Okay. So if you go by the normal Boolean algebra, if P then Q, the implication is P implies Q. The other implication is not Q implies not P. Correct? P implies. What is Q? Q is same as Q1 or Q2. Now understand this. Q1 or Q2 is like either P or Q. Na? For either P or Q, I know that P and not Q1. So the P is as it is. P and not Q1 implies Q2. On the other hand, P and not Q2 implies Q1. So basically, any statement of these nature are definitely logically following the given statement. On the other hand, not Q implies not P. Not Q. What is Q? Q1 or Q2. Not Q implies not P. Okay. So what is this not Q? Not Q1 and not Q2 implies not P. Is that clear? So any statement in any of these forms is said to logically follow the given statement. He bought a car, that is P, means it's a Merc or a BMW. It's exactly same as P implies Q or P implies Q1 or Q2. So this is correct. The car is neither a Merc nor a BMW. Look at this. The second statement is of this nature. The car is neither a Merc nor a BMW. Means he did not buy the car. So that is also correct. What about the third? He bought a car, but it is not a BMW. The third one, C, is of this nature. He bought a car, but it is not a BMW. Means it is a Merc. Yes, definitely. Therefore, the correct answer is answer option B. Is that clear to all of you guys? Is that clear? For those of you who have been staying here for quite some time. Others, don't worry. Just another couple of questions, then I'll go back to the beginning. So don't worry on that one. Okay. Here comes the next one, guys. Okay, nice. So let me help you out, guys. So this is of the nature if P, if P then Q. But P itself is of the nature P1 and P2. Okay. So what are the implications? P implies Q. The other implication, not Q implies not P. P is P1 and P2. So P1 and P2 implies Q. The other one is not Q implies not of P1 and P2. Okay. So this is like not Q implies not P1 or not P2. This one can be further considered as not Q and not of not P1. Not Q and P1 implies not P2. And the other one I'm continuing it over here, and the other one is not Q and P2 implies not P1. So statements of any of these nature are said to be valid logical implications of given statement. The ball is hit with proper timing and power, hence it crosses the boundary. Definitely correct. The ball did not cross the boundary. That is not Q. Means, okay, implies it was not hit with power. No, I don't buy into that because I don't have any of the implications of that nature. So this is wrong. So the moment this is what happens, so automatically the third statement also becomes wrong and the fourth one also becomes wrong. Therefore, the correct answer is answer option A. Is that clear to all of you? Guys, able to understand that? Okay. Next, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. Do use the code APUS, guys. And you can like, share, subscribe the Unacademy's YouTube channel, Let's Crack Management Exams English. Even this course, whatever we are just undergoing now, even that is made available on YouTube. Okay, so even that is multicasted. And let me tell you that you can reach out to me at my telegram, which is https:/t.me/@of Arjun R Prasad, ARJUN, Arjun R Prasad. Anytime, any query you have, do not hesitate in getting in touch with me. Okay, I'll help you to the extent possible. Okay. My next sessions, tomorrow I'll be conducting two sessions, one only on YouTube and the other on both YouTube as well as a special class together at the same time. So the first one only on YouTube will be a strategic session, which is importance of reasoning in the context of CAT. So this is going to be really helpful, and more the crowd, it would be better. So this will be on YouTube. Let's Crack Management Exams English. Just search for this channel, Let's Crack Management Exams English, and you should be able to watch that session live. Is that clear? Can I expect you there? Okay. And the other session will be nothing but a special class, and every day, only tomorrow there will be two of them, one at 6 p.m. and the other starting at 7 p.m. But every day from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. I will be handling the special class. So do not miss out on that. You can benefit from these special classes. So please do attend the special classes every day from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. I will be handling. And tomorrow it will be on data sufficiency. Very interesting questions. PYQs, we'll be discussing that tomorrow in the data sufficiency practice exercise session. Okay. And coming back to, if you're interested, please do subscribe. Use the code APUS. If not you, if your friends are subscribing, just ask them to use the code APUS. APUS stands for Arjun Prasad Unacademy Subscribe. So please do ask them to subscribe. Okay. And when you subscribe, you get access to all the daily live classes, the live tests and quizzes. Just one subscription will give you unlimited access to all the educators on the platform. You can attend the batch courses. You can learn anytime, anywhere. You will get the recorded sessions. You can choose a schedule that works for you. Language is not going to be a barrier. There are tutors and educators who teach only in Hindi, only in Kannada, so you can benefit. And at any point of time, you can get your doubts cleared. You can answer the live polls, and a detailed report will be provided for every test that you attempt. This is extremely important, guys. And you will also get the access to all the PDFs and the learning material. All of that, my friends, comes at an extremely reasonable subscription fee of just rupees 788 per month if you go in for a 24-month subscription. Now, some of you may be thinking, sir, but I'm planning to give CAT this year. So why should I go in for a 24-month subscription? Okay. For those of you who think that way, let us say you go in for a 6-month subscription. Even that is fine. If you go in for a 6-month subscription, per month you are going to pay 2,100 rupees after a discount of 10% if you use the code APUS. Now imagine the situation. So you have taken the subscription for 6 months, let us say. After the 6 months, let us say that for whatever reason you want to take a subscription for one more month. What will you do? You will take the 1 month subscription. How much will you pay? 3,150. That means to 12,600 you are paying 3,150. Together, if you put that together, you end up at 15,750. So for 15,750, you get a 12-month subscription. So why settle for 7 months when you can get a subscription for 12 months, guys? And to that 12-month subscription, add just 1 month subscription fee, you will get 24-month subscription. So please do take up the subscription. For heaven's sake, for your own good, please do take up the subscription. If you are serious, please do take up the subscription. Jatin, yeah, if you are new to an academy, have you already subscribed, or you are this is your first special class? Okay, I let me wait for the comments to come in. But any which ways, is this clear? Okay. If this is the very first special class, never mind. I'll help you out. I'll guide you through, Jatin. So I'm just giving all the details. So please do subscribe. So when you subscribe, you get a lot of benefits. So the subscription fee is just about 788 rupees per month if you go in for a 24-month subscription. Of course, you have an option for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months and all, but it will always be beneficial if you go in for a 24-month subscription, because that is value for money. Is that clear? So my humble request, please go in for a subscription. You will get a 10% discount. You will get a 10% discount if you use the code APUS. So when you are subscribing, you may be asked for a code. Please key in APUS and you will get a 10% discount instantly. So even after the discount, it just comes up to 788 rupees. So please do subscribe. Is that clear? Okay. Today's session was on connectives. I have almost completed, and that is why I have just came up to giving you the subscription pitch. But since Jatin, you and also Soumya, if you are still there, since you guys joined, and I have also stated that I will be explaining from the beginning once again, very quickly I will go back to a slide. The entire topic of today was on connectives. So where we learned that there are 5 standard forms of connectives, and this one slide, if we are thorough with, we are done with the entire topic. And I would not leave you empty-handed over here, because all the sessions, even including this video, if you just go on to YouTube, just go to YouTube and search for, Let's Crack Management Exams English. Make a note of it, Jatin. Let's Crack Management Exams English. Just make a note of that. You just go on to this channel. You will see that the same session is being live casted over there. And after that, the recording will be available over there. You can watch the entire session over there. Is that clear? And at any point of time, irrespective whether you take up the subscription or not, you will be able to reach out to me Again, make a note of this. At any point, you will be able to reach out to me through Telegram, https:/t.me/@Arjun R Prasad. Any doubt, any question you have, you can always feel free to get in touch with me. Is that clear? Understood? Guys, got the point? Yes or no? Okay. And uh, as I stated, let me just go through the first set of questions very quickly. So just for your sake, for some people who had missed out the first set, the questions were as follows. If they win this match, they win the series. Which is the correct answer? Which one logically follows this? It is answer option D, which logically follows this. Right? Guys, I see more and more people joining in. It's extremely nice to have you all. But let me tell you that I will not leave you empty-handed. The same video is available. Welcome Gul, welcome Suraj. The same video is available right now on Unacademy's YouTube channel. Just go on to the YouTube channel. Let's crack management exams English. Let's crack management exams English, and you will be able to see the video over there. Okay, and please do subscribe to Unacademy if you have not done so yet. And while subscribing, do use the code APUS so that you get a benefit of 10% discount instantly on the subscription. And the subscription fee, my friends, the subscription fee is just rupees 788 per month. The subscription fee is just 788 rupees per month if you go in for a 24-month subscription. Now you may be thinking that, sir, I am giving CAT this year. Why do I need 24 months? But please understand, that's a value for money. If you go in, you can go in for a 6-month also. If you go in for a 6-month subscription, you will be paying 12,600. Let us say you need one more month subscription. Just by paying another 3,150, you will get 1 month subscription extra. But instead, if you had paid this together, or if you had taken up a 12-month subscription, instead of 7 months, you would have got a subscription for 12 months. So that is really, in the same way, just add 1 month subscription for 12 months, you will get 24-month subscription. So that's why I say the return on investment is extremely high if you go in for a 24-month subscription. So please do take up the subscription. Jatin, are the details clear? Able to understand, Jatin? So please do take up the subscription. Use the code APUS. Is that clear? Guys, is everyone with me? Okay, fine. I see some thumbs up coming up. So I expect the subscription from your end. So please do take up the subscription. And if you have missed out this particular session, you don't have to worry. The same session is available on the YouTube channel. Let's crack management exams English. So you can always get onto that one. Is that clear? Okay. That said, I'll be signing off for today, and tomorrow again. Those of you who just now joined, every day I'll be handling the special class from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. guys. And tomorrow from 7 p.m. the special class will be on data sufficiency. So please do join me at 7 p.m. so that you can understand all the way data sufficiency completely. I'll be focusing end to end on data sufficiency practice exercise tomorrow starting at 7 p.m. Is that clear? Hope to see you all soon tomorrow. This is Arjun Prasad signing off. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. On the count of 3 or 4, I'll be ending, or maybe 5. Any question, let me know now. Otherwise, I'll end. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'll be ending. Any questions, guys? Jatin, clear? Jatin, are you still there? Okay. Gul Mishra, Suraj, guys, clear? Okay, nice. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah. Have a nice day, guys. Have a nice day. Usasi Som, please do subscribe. It's my humble request. Dishank Warokar, you are almost joined at the fag end of the session, but never mind. The session is available on Let's Crack Management Exams English. So you can watch this session over there. And every day I handle the special class from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Dishank. Thank you. See you guys. Bye.